Lots of young people come to me and ask me, try to have a conversation with me about their careers and where they are. And these are guys who are probably fresh out of university or in the middle of their first jobs, or just getting into leadership for the first time, probably appointed a supervisor or a manager for the very first time. And they want to know, what is my journey? Of course, I do have a conversation about my journey, where I started and how I got to where I am. But what I also try to do is to give them a model, a functional model that they can use to approach the situations that they have at work. And I'm going to be very specific about the work environment, because it doesn't matter whether you're working from home right now or you're reporting to your office every day, because the work situation remains the same. There are expectations and there are things that need to be done. The model that I have sort of become synonymous with when I have these conversations is a model I call STAR. And STAR is an acronym. The S stands for situation, the T stands for task, the A stands for action, and the R stands for result. So what does this all mean? To break it down, is situation is really your ability to identify the problems within your workplace. Being able to think like a problem solver, like someone who wants to create a better outcome of the situations that they find. And the people who make it, the people who get ahead, the people who get respected are the ones who are able to identify problems and solve those problems. Once you are able to see your situation and to identify those problems, the next thing is, what is your task then? What is my task? Always ask yourself that question, because the task speaks into the skills that you have that are able to address the situation that you have seen. And just being able to consolidate your skill set and to say that I'm good at this, I'm not so good at this, I may need to learn, or I may need to find someone who can be able to help me with this, is very important, because then it defines what exactly you're going to do getting into that particular situation. The action then talks into implementation, and this is where lots of people struggle. A lot of people have great ideas but have absolutely no or poor execution. I have been reading, and I've read a book and I've recommended it to many people, called Execution is the Strategy, because a lot of people get stuck in the ideas and the plans and my skills and what I'm able to do and the problems that are there, and they keep talking about those problems, but very few really get down to action, which is the third point of that acronym. And action talks into the initiatives that you're able to generate, because initiatives then talk into implementation and ability to actually change the situation that you've already seen and identified. Fourth on that plate is actually results. You have seen the situation, you know the problems that are facing your workplace, facing your job, maybe just very simple things that are there that someone else can see but they can't do anything about. You have known what your task is, what exactly is your job in that situation, what skills do you have to address that situation, and you have moved into the actions, and you have initiative that you have even created milestones for, because that's what I do personally. Once I'm clear on the initiatives that I want to undertake, I set some milestones for that and say, I need to have achieved X by time Y, or I need to have achieved this by that, or this has to be achieved before this begins to get done. But the last and most important part of that is the results. A lot of people, when they get into interviews, and I've met so many, they come and say, I am result oriented, I pursue outcomes and such things. But really, when it comes to results, you need to be able to measure what you're doing. You need to be able to say that at the beginning of that whole process of seeing a problem and wanting to solve it, what is the outcome that I want to see? What is the result? So result is a two-pronged approach. It is, what do I want to see at the beginning? But then at the end of the day is to be able to sit down and evaluate, did I actually solve the problem? And if you continually do this, then you become very good at seeing problems, solving them, and creating better outcomes in your workplace or in whichever place that you are. This doesn't apply only for people who are employed, it also applies for people who are in business, especially guys in SMEs. And if you're running a small business, you need to be able to sort of know the beginning and the end of solving a problem. STAR model, something that I would definitely advocate for anyone to use to approach the situations that they have at their workplace, the situations that they have with their careers, and even in life in general. It's worked for me, it could work for you.